analysis of their product indicates that piece-to-piece consistency is now the name of the game in quality. It's now what you have to do to achieve, to be competitive in the world market in the area of quality. So quality no longer is make it to blueprint or specification. Quality is never-ending improvement.
We knew our competition was tough, but we weren't sure just how tough. The study showed we were good, but it showed they were damn good.
Although the recent study that we completed at Batavia was a limited 10-piece study, we feel that the information we gained was very valuable and that it was an apples-to-apples comparison between the two groups of transmissions.
The Ford Motor Company's operating philosophy is to produce goods and services that meet customer needs and expectations by providing an environment that encourages all employees to pursue continuous improvement in quality and productivity throughout the company, its supply base, and in the dealer organizations. In the past, we have developed the idea that the attainment of 100% quality goal was the attainment of making every part within engineering specifications. When we had done that, we had achieved the ultimate. Progress could no longer be considered continuous. This is changing. A new concept provides the opportunity for us to pursue continuous improvement in quality and productivity when we recognize that improving the variability of critical characteristics in products or in processes leads to quality improvement. It truly does. And that's what the videotape that you're about to see is all about. The reduction in variability and how it contributes to continuous improvement in quality and productivity.
Over the past few years, all of us in the automotive business have experienced some real shocks. A lot of the truths that we had accepted with little or no question have been challenged, and many of them haven't stood up under rigorous, and in some cases not so rigorous analysis. The tough competition we've faced has caused us to rethink some of the basics of the business. For me personally, the results of the study that you are about to see, which was conducted by Ron Kusea and his team at the Batavia Transaxle plant, destroyed one of the basic truths about the business that I had accepted long ago. Their conclusion was building parts to print isn't good enough. For most of us in the technical and manufacturing end of the business, one of our big struggles has been to get parts to print or to find a way of getting or giving a deviation to cover the parts being produced. Never in the 31 years I've been in this business have I ever been asked, or have I ever asked, to tighten the tolerance. Everybody knows that the engineer asks for tolerances twice as tight as he needs, because chances are the manufacturing guy will build it to print only part of the time at best. When I took over powertrain and chassis operations a little over 4 years ago, my quality objective was to make sure we were building everything to print, or to make sure that we had an authorized engineering deviation. In some of the plants, I couldn't even find out if we were building to print. What Ron and his team learned is that while we've been making great progress in meeting my original objective of building to print, our not-so-friendly competition was making great strides in building uniform parts. Every part just like the part ahead of it and just like the part following, with very little variation. While we were arguing about how good the parts had to be, they were working hard on making them all the same. We worried about specifications, they worried about uniformity. While we were satisfied and proud if we were to print and then worried about keeping it to print, they started with the part to print and worked on continuous improvement in the uniformity of the parts. Control, uniformity, continuous improvement. Ron will give you a specific example of how the superior uniformity on the parts of our competitor, particularly the valve body, significantly improved the function of the product we gave the customer. I am absolutely convinced that they have a superior approach. Think of the significant improvements we could make in fits, function, cost, weight, in virtually every aspect of our product if we could be assured that every part was an exact copy or with very little variation. I am personally committed to this approach. If we are to be competitive, we must start with processes under statistical control and dedicate ourselves to continuous improvement in the uniformity of the parts being produced. I'm sure that when you've heard Ron's story, you too will be convinced that it can and it must be done. Thank you.